What's up guys, LowMac here, and today I'm going to show you how to build a round building in Valheim. Like when you build anything in Valheim, you want to make sure that you have a workbench close by. Next, you want to level the ground where you're going to be building. I've gone ahead and gathered some resources that we will need to complete the building. So you need the 2-meter beam, set your first one down, and give it a little spin. Make sure that it links up on the side and slap down the next one. Basically, it's just repeating this step all the way around. You want to make sure that it clips in and connects. And there we go. We have the basic foundation started off. Next, you want to grab the 2x2 flooring square and start by connecting it to the first piece. Yet again, give it a single turn and connect it to the next piece, and so on. Now you want to make sure that you get it to line up in the middle, not off to the side. As you can see here, there's multiple snap points along a beam. You want it right in the middle. For the next layer, you are going to do the same exact thing. This gets a little bit trickier because now the snap points are closer together. But if you take your time and make sure that it's lined up, you shouldn't have too much of a problem. Once you're all done with the flooring, it should look something like this. And you may have noticed that we actually missed a piece right here. You can barely see a little corner right here that goes straight down to the ground. So to fix that, we'll just grab a flooring piece and carefully add it back in there. This can be tricky, but if you keep playing with it, you can see we are on that front piece. And now that is complete. So this is the flooring method that I like. Some people find it too chaotic, and there are other methods of doing it. The reason I like to do this is I like to be able to set a campfire on the inside. If you personally feel like this is too chaotic, I will show you the other method of doing the flooring. Here is the alternative flooring method. You start again by building out. However, this time you want to build entirely straight across in one direction. Next, you will build out to the sides, and then you want to fill in the connecting 4 corners. After that, you want to follow these missing pieces by rotating and placing them in the missing spots. You do this for all 4 corners. There is a little bit of clipping where you have to follow the curve of the building. However, it does completely fill in the floor and leaves a lot less clipping overall. Next, we want to add the walls. And here's where you can add a lot of personal design and choices to your build. You can choose to add some half walls if you want some windows. And here is also where you can choose where to place your doors. And again, this gives you some creative freedom on how you wish to do it. You can add a singular short door, or alternatively, you can use the wooden gate. The only difference in a circular building is you will clip it onto a foundation, and then for the other side of the gate, you want to match the angle of the other foundation. So your gate will actually have a little bit of a curve to it, but as you can see, it works well with the building and does not leave a gap. I personally really like this look. There we go, that's the first layer of walls all done. If you do choose to use the gate, you will also need a half wall, so you can add this layer just like you did with the layer below it. And now with that layer done, we can move on to the roof. For the roof, I personally do not like mine coming right to the edge of the building. However, you can do this and it will look just fine. What I prefer to do is offset them out using the small flooring piece. Now that that is complete, we can start adding the roof pieces. If you're having issues getting it to clip in the right position, you can place one below first and then place it from the top. Sometimes this is a much easier method. If you've gone around the entire outside and you notice that there are still gaps, it just means that you missed a few snap points and you need to add some more. There we go, we're all filled in. And as you can tell from the outside, you can't really tell that there's a bunch of overlapping ceilings, and we have a nice overhang. You can continue building with the 45-degree roof, or you can alternatively switch it to a 26-degree, and vice versa. I personally feel like this gives the building a bit more character by switching up the roof angle. And yet again, you just want to go around the outside, clipping on to the previous roof. Once that's done, it should look a little something like this. And from the outside, it gives us a nice dome shape. From here, you have a few more options. You can either leave it open, however you will have to repair the flooring, as it does leave a little bit of the inside exposed to the elements. You can continue adding 26-degree angle pieces all the way around, just as we did before. It will be a little tricky getting all of the snap points now that there are so many roofing pieces all close to each other. However, if you are patient, it is not impossible. And that is how that looks. You can also try out different designs by adding a pillar straight down the middle, and then adding corner pieces to it. You can always finish it off with some decorative touches, like adding some pillars. This also gives a nice texture to the walls. You can add torches and fires as you see fit. You can also extend off this design by adding a little entrance area. And there you go. That is the basics to building circular bases in Valheim. Once you have the basics down, you can really get creative with how you want your design to look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Have fun building, and I'll see you guys in the next one.